Oh boy, what is this video? Ren is in more trouble. I feel so vindicated. So, content cop, the quartering. Let's check it out, I guess. Hour. Eh.
What we do here is go back.
Grab them flags. We need them flags. I'm already liking this, dude. This is goofy as fuck.
Whoa, buddy! And welcome back to another episode of Content Cop. Now, don't be scared and hold your urine. Don't be pissing on the floor because we got a big case to crack. Today's theme on Content Cop is a topic I care a lot about. Free speech. And that's because today's suspect is a real free speech warrior. He's a coward. He's a degenerate. He e-begs. He loves to play victim. He's very boring. He's also balding. That's right.
Damn, that hairline makes mine look good. And my hairline looks awful. What is that hairline? That hairline though. What is... You should just cut that part off and just own it. Hell.
He's Jeremy Hambley from TheQuartering. To summarize Jeremy's content, well, at least the content he's known for, it's essentially him reading an article about something being too woke or whatever, and that's about it. There isn't much he adds to it. He makes a bunch of these videos daily, all for some poor sap to stumble upon while...
Jesus Christ, what is that? What is... It reminds me of, it's on the level of AI slop videos that you see everywhere now. It's especially the titles and just the thumbnails in general. Like, why? Do all these people even appear in the videos? Probably not.
Looking for something topical online. Luckily for Jeremy, he was able to gain success from this boring dogshit content, and that
He was able to get success because there was no competition. Because everyone who was competition got banned. Yeah.
alone warrants a content cop,
He-
but that
he's-
doesn't even
he's
touch
always
his
been so
blatant
goddamn
hypocrisy and weird behavior. For that reason, I'm going to give you a very brief rundown of Jeremy's online antics so we can establish a full picture before going further. Thank you to Coffee Brand Coffee for sponsoring today's video. Nah, just kidding. I tried, and it would have been really funny if you agreed to it. I think he was a little too on edge. But for real, a huge shout out to my patrons and members who help make these videos possible. And of course, be sure to
ring
smash
the
the
bell.
cool
Let me
buttons and
move.
follow the social medias. Speaking of social media accounts, Jeremy has
Why don't I
had a
move
lot of
that
them.
slightly?
And that's a huge part of what makes this guy
I'll
so
move
pathetic.
myself.
Simply
There you
put,
go. Hello.
Jeremy is practically a boat without a sail. A grifter in every sense of the word. He's a bad businessman who relies on his audience to save him from his own failures. Unlike Innuendo Studios, Jeremy's problem couldn't
We love grifters.
be solved by just making more content because, well, Jeremy is a slop factory who pumps out several unoriginal fucking videos per day. I know the words slop and grifter get thrown around and misused online all of the time.
Jeremy Hambley is the ultimate OG grifter and the ultimate slop machine. He puts AI to shame.
But if you want a perfect, almost extreme example of both, Jeremy Hambley is your guy. So let's run through his attempts at internet fame. Starting in 2007 with his first channel, Be Your Own IT. Now, Be Your Own IT was a
What the hell is that layout?
starting in 2007 with his first channel, Be Your Own IT.
What is that layout? Is that old YouTube? Is this now how I'm making myself feel really old?
Now, Be Your Own IT
This
was
is
a
crazy.
channel where Jeremy made basic computer tutorials. You know, the type of thing that your great granddad looks up when he can't find the fucking file explorer.
Don't smoke next to your computer. It's that easy.
How fat is he there?
File explorer.
Don't
He is so fat. Look how long that chin is. How do you have a chin that long? He is so wide too. And if I remember right, he's like 6 foot. He's like 6'5". So you know he is huge. Like, god damn.
smoke next to your computer. It's that easy.
One of his more
Don't smoke next to your computer. Really? What sort of help is that? Oh well.
infamous clips is from a video where he gives a serious warning against, I don't even want to say it.
It's more of a public service announcement than anything else. At the office this week, we had a situation where one of the techs came across some pictures on a customer's computer that were of the child pornography.
What? 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 What the hell? Yeah, you don't tell anyone about that and you report it to the police. You get that guy sent to jail. Oh, under the jail.
Variety. I don't really know there's any tack way to put that. This video isn't to protect child perverts or anything like that. The point of this video is just to remind people that, you know, as techs, we read your emails, so to speak. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it happens. So if you have things
What
that you
the
don't want
hell?
computer techs to see, you know, you should delete them or rename them.
What?
What? Exactly, what? You should rename folders to hide them from people. What the hell? How did no one know about this? Was he just that boring? Like, Jesus Christ.
Despite some early traction, the channel didn't last, giving us the very first version of Jeremy's iconic catchphrase. My channel is under attack, please help me! He's been e-begging while LARPing as a business-savvy entrepreneur for almost 20 years. And it all started with a video titled, A Sad Pathetic Cry for Help from Me.
You could not pay me to ever title a video like that. I have at least some pride. Maybe not a lot, but enough.
The reason I'm talking to you today face to face is because I have a favor to ask. It's not about money. I make
Also, we love that goddamn 280p resolution webcam at like 10 frames a second. We love that.
probably about 25 cents every 2 days, and it barely covers my hosting costs, and that's fine. It's kind of like my
Oh,
plea
wow.
with you right now. So if you could share some of the wealth and help, and if we've helped you, help spread the word a little bit.
But after his attempts at pleading for help failed, he sold the channel.
And then some VC
Damn, he sold the channel. Who the hell's in this chat? I don't know any of these people. Oh right, he's the Hills versus Babyface. He's the pronouns guy, isn't he?
guy bought that
Yeah.
channel from me. And,
That's the only thing I know.
I think I got $160,000.
Also, what the hell is he wearing?
One failure down, he then made a channel called RC Nightmare, which actually got a little traction. So he made 5 more RC toy channels and abandoned all of them when they didn't blow up. During his spree
What the hell, you make one channel, and then that gets some success, and then you make 5 other channels with ludicrous niches. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Of making RC channels, he made
Oh
the
wow.
MTG headquarters channel. Yep, no shocker, the guy who looks like this is into Magic the Gathering. Wow. This channel now
To the surprise of no one, I have not seen anyone Finn that likes Magic the Gathering. It seems to just be a fat guy social circle.
named Unsleeved Media actually gained some traction and hasn't been abandoned by Jeremy, even if he's lucky to even crack 1,000 views these days. Speeding things up thanks to Unsleeved Media's success, Jeremy tried capitalizing by launching 5 more channels. Most of them
What the hell are some of these channel names? They are so goddamn cringe.
aimed at things for kids, and all of which eventually failed. That leaves us with his current channels, well, aside from Unsleeved Media and RC Nightmare. Because after Gamergate, Jeremy would make his most successful channel by far, TheQuartering. This is where Jeremy dipped his toes into politics, going from anti-SJW topics related to gaming/nerd culture
Jesus.
to just right-wing politics. Oh, he also has a second channel for TheQuartering called Jeremy Hambly. He actually used to have a different second channel called Midwestly, which he deleted. Oh, and a third channel for his awful live show. Did you get all that? That brings
Only a few channels, man. Only a few. Definitely. Oh well. Could be worse.
Jeremy's total channel count to a whopping 19. Well,
Okay. Okay, that's a bit excessive. Dude, 19 channels and they all failed. What the hell? How? More importantly, why? That's just insane.
17 if you only include the channels he still owns/hasn't deleted. So other than the endless failed attempts at internet fame, what else has brought us here today? Well, after turning into a well-oiled slot machine, Jeremy built his career riding the coattails of other right-wing figures like Sargon of Akkad and Count Dankula. He'd insert himself into
Ew. Sargon? I have not heard anything good about that guy. So many strange tales.
feuds, try to start businesses, more on those soon, hop from one influencer to the next one until they got tired of him.
I blocked Jeremy Hambly. Why?
He got blocked by the Timcast. That is so tragic.
Because Jeremy Hambly is the rights or the anti-establishment version of the Young Turks.
And create a
The anti-establishment version of the Young Turks. What does that even mean?
bunch of shows while
I don't know what
simping
that
over
means.
his female co-hosts. All of this while constantly oversharing, e-begging, overstaffing, and occasionally going on drunk escapades live on stream and on Twitter.
I just peed in my basement.
Over time, his laughable behavior built up a whole
Wow.
crowd of people just waiting for his
We
next
love that
embarrassing
clip.
moment, which is exactly where our other two main characters, Andy Worski and PPP of the Kino Casino, come in. Once they joked about his weird marriage dynamic, Jeremy
Oh,
had a
boy.
crash out bigger than Will Smith at the Oscars while trying to slap their whole channel off of the internet. Now you're all caught up to speed. To
Wow.
start, let's take a
That
look
is a
at
good
some of Jeremy's
TLDR.
stated principles and beliefs and see how it holds up to his behavior. Now, the Quarter Pounder Hamburglar describes himself as a principled family man and free speech warrior. The first video on the Quartering's channel describes his want to bring people together through polite discourse rather than arguments.
Changing it to the quartering this weekend because it feels like everybody's like pulling everyone in every other direction. And what I want to do is kind of like reassemble the human body here through discourse rather than arguing.
And my
What sort of gay bullshit is that? What the hell? That is some weird ass gay bullshit.
task, especially for modern political discourse, but he expertly navigates this through his videos like, "It's time to ban
To ban Indians.
Indian."
Peak video, by the way. Peak. But then all his views would disappear too.
By bans whites. Walmart black fatigue goes nuclear. And of course,
What are these video names? Why would you make these videos? It's just, it is on the level of AI.
my channel is under attack. Please fucking help me.
Well, it is definitely under, his channel is definitely under attack now. And it is very deserved.
Among others. I gotta say, for a married family man, he sure does tackle a lot of sexual topics involving women. He also lacks most of the family part of the whole family man thing. Jeremy has no children, unless he means his parents, but that's not usually how the saying is used. Semantics aside, in my opinion, Jeremy is an unprincipled fucking coward who grifts to the right. Not only because that's where his political beliefs lie, but also because that's where he makes the most money. The best examples of him being a hypocrite come from his wishy-washy positions. Most notable for this video are his positions on free speech, which he seems to love unless that speech is criticizing or making fun of him. More on this later. Jeremy has also claimed to be
Wow, that's not a surprise. He dislikes people that criticize him? Where have we seen? We have never seen that before.
against people leaking private DMs.
And this is just my side of the conversation. I don't want to like leak DMs.
Also, there's a code so you don't leak private messages without permission. True. No, I would never release the DMs except for to absolve myself
Okay, let me guess. He leaked a lot of DMs. Like a bitch. Let's find out.
of like a crime. He ends up leaking Asmongold's DMs, which don't even prove what he's claiming.
Unless, of course, he's the one doing it.
I don't think I've ever shared private DMs, but in this case, I'm making my very first exception, hopefully my last, because it goes directly to supporting my position and debunking an active narrative against my own coverage.
Or, you know, it's Jack Daniels.
Let's be real. He's probably drunk. All we know is that my
Oh, he is definitely drunk. He is definitely drunk.
channel's under attack. So this is what he leaked.
Oh, he also really hates cancel culture.
I don't like cancel culture, and I don't like to participate in it.
Except, you know, when he needs to make an exception.
Watching Mega become insufferable cancel trolls is disheartening. Well, the rules have changed.
Or again,
Oh, so you know, it's okay when I do it, but it's not for you. You're not allowed to do it, but I can. That is way too common. How happened? I don't know.
and you know, when that Henny hits. Are you starting to notice a pattern? Jeremy also seems to
Yeah,
have
there's
this
a pretty fun
principle
pattern.
where if you're being harassed or being sent death threats, you have to post proof of it.
We have endured death threats. Not one single piece of evidence, by the way.
Okay. That is Jeremy's statement. And yeah, I agree with it. If you say you're getting threats and doxing and shit, prove it. Show proof of the threats if you want it to be taken seriously. Or go to the police and shut the fuck up about it.
But when it comes to death threats,
Oh my god. I challenge you right now, Amandla Stenberg, okay? I will never cover the Acolyte again if you can show me a deluge of threats on your life.
Oh,
Cheers,
I
like-
have. You have death threats and they never provide any evidence.
Again, unless you're Jeremy. Those are only a few examples for now. There are plenty more that will
I
come
guess
up throughout
you
this
can read
video,
that if
but
you
my
want
point
to.
is that if Ludwig is a jellyfish, Jeremy is the whole aquarium. That made more sense on
I'm trying to think about that. Nah, I can't see it. How does that work?
paper. That wasn't very funny.
No, that was not very funny. It was also kind of
Jeremy's content
weird.
has always been very bad. He's not very original, he's pretty boring, and his videos always have this dog shit layout which looks like an OBS template for the average 2010 Twitch streamer. There isn't anything really special to it.
I don't even have a
Hell,
template.
Anybody could be the next quartering. In fact, while I was investigating inside MTG headquarters, I actually found an employee training tape. Damn, he's old.
Thank you,
Damn.
valued employee, for your interest in creating content for The Quartering.
This step-by-step guide will ensure you make the perfect video for the Quartering channel. Step 1. Wait for an article containing any sort of breaking news or anything topical. Something that can contribute to a go woke, go broke narrative is preferred. Step 2. Make sure your toys are stacked neatly behind you, like the man-child you are. Step 3. Look like shit? No need to shower. They can't smell you. But what about that messy, thinning hair? Just cover it up with a trucker cap. Nobody will be able to tell that you never leave the house. Step 4. Read that article while sounding like you're presenting a 5th grade essay. One take Timmy, no need to cut any stutters. Leave all that dead space and mush mouth in there. You think we have time for editing? Fuck no. We got 6 more of these babies to make today. Step 5. Plug your new white label business. Step 6. Make the most obnoxious thumbnail possible with your shitty store-bought branding all over it. Step Sister. Upload and repeat until you've met the quota. When you're all done, feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy 2, 3, or 30 refreshing cold ones. That's just how we do it here at The Quartering. How was your weekend?
Okay, that's pretty good. That is pretty funny.
The Quartering's content is easily replaceable, especially since Jeremy isn't a great talker. He sounds very dull and tired, he stutters a lot, and it can take a while for him to form an original thought.
And they immediately went into, essentially, LOL. Why do liberals want to keep this tribe in a primitive state? Some science project, sorry.
Don't patronize me, bitch.
How the hell can you fuck up reading a 1-sentence tweet? How do you manage that?
You're not sorry. If you were actually sorry, you would have done a second take.
There's always, you just, the mark of lunacy is always these, there's more cameras on the scene than actual people. Like, that's the reality of this. There's more.
He doesn't know how to speak, guys. Let's cut him a break.
There's more.
To add insult to injury, his political know-how might be even worse than Hassan.
So if we go.
Well, let's not go that way. Let's not go for that far. Context. Jeremy's looking for the Strait of Hormuz. I don't know. How do you spell? I don't know how to spell it. I've never heard it pronounced.
Oh,
he's Iran.
Southeast Asia.
What the hell? He's in Australia. No, you're very, very far away from Iran.
He's in Indonesia and Australia, for fuck's sake! Chair! Look at Hannah's face! Bro, he's in South America!
That's South America! That's nowhere. You're in a completely different continent. How do you manage this?
America!
The Strait of Hormuz.
South America!
Is it? No, it's not here. I gotta zoom out more.
That's the Atlantic Ocean! That's the Atlantic Ocean! You're in the wrong fucking hemisphere, you mongoloid!
What is he looking for?
I couldn't. He's looking for Iran. He doesn't. He's not even. Buddy, are you fucking retarded? Andy had a better idea. At least Andy knows where the Middle East fucking is.
Another thing the Quartering will do is.
How do you fuck up? How do you not know where Iran is? It's in the Middle East. It's in the name.
Is when his videos aren't doing very well, he'll just pay for ad space and put his videos in front of other more successful creators' videos. It's pretty pathetic. Jeremy's lack of originality also extends to his short form content, where he will say some shit and then play someone else's entire video without any added commentary or change.
Cheating women never seem to like the consequences, and this is a perfect example. Check this out. This podcast has a seemingly endless supply of dumb women, and it's crazy to see. Check this out. There's a reason people think athletes are dumb. Lady, it's a mountain. Check this out. We've all had these days at work before, but
what the hell?
Check this out.
If this video doesn't make you want to play in traffic, I don't know what will. Let's peep this out.
My wife went out for pizza without me, and I'm angry about it. So I'm gonna win this round, and I'm gonna pee If I don't win this round, I'm gonna pee in my own basement. I'm ready to...
Normal stuff, you know. Why would you... Wait. Why normal stuff, you know? Normal people get angry when their wife goes out for pizza without them. Why is she going out for pizza without you? Kind of weird.
I don't have a toilet down here. All I have is a drain in the floor. Oh, I'm almost about to pee my pants. I gotta pee so bad. I gotta pee so bad. Get up! No! Oh my God. I just peed in my basement. Look.
And there is the timeless quote. That will never leave him.
If you want to watch a streamer that wants to pee in the potty, go watch someone else.
Make no mistake, this is stolen content. But what else can you expect from someone as lazy as Jeremy? His lack of charisma is painful. It's especially noticeable in his live show, Quartering Live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Every weekday, Jeremy boots up a stream with his overpaid co-hosts who he attempts to flirt with, yet has no chemistry with, and covers breaking news for about an hour or two. It's painful to watch.
People buy the costumes for other.
What the hell is this layout? What the hell is this stream layout? Like, yeah, I can't really say much saying I've got... But I will say that my no layout is better than this. There's just there's too much happening on the screen.
Purposes, like, I'm sure they sell the sexy nurse costume year round, and you know, all sorts of stuff like that.
Hannah does not look comfortable. She does not look comfortable at all.
That, you know, Melanie's a big.
She looks. She's very uncomfortable looking.
Says, as you get older, your sex drive goes down. No, that's not true for me. I had to give it a reach around. I had to go up and under and use my fingers, and then it was on the back.
Personal. I don't want to know that.
That's disgusting.
Jeremy's biggest problems when hosting is his inability to, well, host. I was generous when saying he's covering breaking news for an hour or two, because about half of that time is spent listening to dead air.
Yeah.
This is unless he's drunk streaming.
Yeah.
This is where it gets a bit more
Amazing.
entertaining. Jeremy is a pure animal when there's alcohol in his system, and it especially comes out on Twitter. But when he's live...
Get up! No!
Woo, boy!
Strip a combo with that Princess Warrior. This one? I don't know, the pink hair is scaring me.
What the hell?
Oh, she's like 10. She's
what the fuck?
cute. Ew, she's pregnant. I showed you guys like a girl's whole butt. There, now quit whining.
This live content
What the heck? That's just gross.
magnifies another one of the Quarter Pounder's biggest problems. He is very unlikable. Throughout every space he's tried to make content in, communities where he could have thrived, he ended up pissing people off and making a big ass of himself. But before he can ever finish a battle he starts, he loses the tough guy act and hides away like the big pussy that he is.
Be a mama's boy and a teacher's pet, pimple face, ass wipe, looking like they just had a.
Jeremy loves to start unnecessary battles. Hell, it's the main reason we're here today. Truly, I think he just likes
We love
pretending
unnecessary
to be a tough
battles.
guy. He usually channels that through shit talk.
Oh yeah, he's a huge guy. He's definitely one of the people that think they're a tough guy.
People that his target right-wing audience already don't like. But when Jeremy gets that sweet, sweet drunk courage from his forbidden elixir, he just can't help himself. He's been doing this shit for years. His only IRL encounter with someone he talked shit on was with a guy named Matt Loader. You see, Matt Loader is a zesty leftist who Jeremy had called a pedophile without evidence, which is, of course, another example of Jeremy's hypocrisy.
Yeah, you
As a
don't
family
do that.
man, one of the worst things you can say about somebody, it's right up there with calling someone a pedophile.
That's besides the point. When confronted by Matt at a bar, Jeremy tried to play nice before catching a few haymakers.
This is the window he punched in.
after not being able to continue to punch me.
Did Jeremy fight back like a tough guy, throw up the fisticuffs, or maybe press charges for assault? Nah, instead he immediately
Oh, definitely not. I could never see Jeremy doing any sort of punching.
took to social media and opened a GoFundMe to fund a lawsuit against Matt Loader.
Oh. I'm not even surprised. That is so gross. Just wow.
Claiming to be a victim of leftist political violence. Now, as a content cop, I can't condone the crime of assault, but let's be clear, this wasn't political violence. Jeremy slandered this guy and got beat up
This
for
was
it,
not.
but being the unreliable narrator and whiny baby that he is, Jeremy decided to hype this up to raise money for this lawsuit, which he later dropped after settling for Matt to make a public apology video. It's amazing how Jeremy ended up being the one looking gay.
I'm sure he didn't give the money back though. I'm sure he gave all that money that he raised back to everyone, sure.
Examples of Jeremy's cowardly behavior come from his need to insert himself into YouTube drama. Jeremy has this pattern where he will beg people to debate him, then he'll actually get the opportunity, but deny those terms and make up his own and go quiet for a bit so then he could call them a coward for being too afraid to debate him.
That's amazing.
There are a few examples where this strategy didn't work, but my favorite by far is his feud with the Surf Times, or Lance. Lance, a bread tuber, had been talking a lot of shit about Jeremy, and after a while, aided by a few refreshing beverages, coupled with his Twitter addiction, Jeremy finally clapped back. He challenged Lance to a fierce debate, saying he put up $5,000 to charity, and if Lance could match it, the debate would be on. And to really rub it in, Jeremy would go on a full rampage, calling these people pussies. Drunk with confidence that the Surfs couldn't put up the 5K. The same night, the offer was accepted by Lance and the challenge was on. The Surfs ended up raising $40,000 for transgender mutual aid. 8 times the amount Jeremy had challenged them to. So, how did the debate go? It didn't. Yup. Jeremy pussied out, saying that he wouldn't debate them for spreading absurd lies about him during their charity stream.
I had scheduled a debate with a harsh critic of mine. In good faith, I agreed to speak to them for charity's sake. This week, they have taken to a charity live stream and raised money spreading absurd lies about me and showing anything but good faith.
No way. No way.
I should have known.
No way.
I'll keep to my word about donating money, but this will be the last time I agree to speak to these people in good faith. I've maintained radio silence.
That's amazing.
Engaged or fired shots at them, but they simply couldn't be bothered to extend the same comedy.
Boy.
How is this real life? Is it? Oh my fucking god.
It goes on. Moving forward, it's pretty hilarious how these folks consider themselves so full of virtue. I wonder what the charity would think about them using the platform of raising money to help trans people was at least partly funded by harassing and bullying others.
Oh, wow.
Hypocrites, as usual.
You had the worst
Amazing.
of BreadTube correctly calling Jeremy an absolute joke of a man.
Damn. He got fucked by Vash, of all things.
What a fucking coward. These are only a few examples, and they're pretty bad, but they don't scratch the surface of Jeremy's most recent nuclear meltdown. It's one of the most pathetic, hypocritical, cowardly displays I've ever seen online.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Are you using a mobile app today?
No.
No problem. What can I get for you?
Can I get a bowl?
I'm sorry, you can get a what?
Can I get a bowl, like a cuck bowl?
Like a regular bowl?
Yeah, like a bowl.
A bowl of food?
No.
What drink would you
That
like?
poor worker.
No, we don't. Sorry.
Amazing.
Now
I'm loving
to
this
what I
video.
believe a lot of you have been waiting for. Thanks to Jeremy's behavior, he's earned a following of people who gossip about and document his hypocrisy, misdeeds, and actions. This is where 2 other creators come in. Ashton of the People's Populist Press, or PPP for short, and Andy Worski. These boys run a comedy/drama show called The Kino Casino and gained quite the following through their hilarious coverage of internet figures and lolcows like Darkside Phil, Ethan Ralph, and fucking iDubbbz. Anissa Jamha's husband, iDubbbz, otherwise known as Ian.
That edit, and it was funny the way the edit was on her and then slide it over. There's some real like comedic timing, some comedic chops for this video. It's already made me laugh more than the real Content Cop.
While their comedy can be mean-spirited, you don't have to agree with everything that they say to acknowledge the energy,
Mean-spirited comedy is
effort,
the
and
best.
entertainment
I
value
don't
that
care
these
what
boys
anyone
put into the
says.
show.
I love harsh comedy. If it is cruel and mean, but doesn't break any laws, it is the best.
What the? Jesus Christ! Where's he up?
And the results speak for themselves. They get up to tens of thousands of live viewers on Kick and millions of views on YouTube across their clips. However, someone with the rage of 1,000 bulls wasn't too happy with this. You see, one of the many figures that the Kino Casino covers is Jeremy Hambley of TheQuartering.
Oh no. Oh no.
Finally, he has some level of self-awareness. Although you don't have to overshare like that, buddy. By the way, I thought you quit drinking.
While he was mostly quiet about it at first, over the past year, the Quarter Pounder Hamburglar has become more and more vocal about his hatred for them. Despite claiming to be an unbothered king,
the casino clowns are in full force lately. They need to stop felting random YouTubers to do something productive for once. It's sad life. Hey, I mean, I think the world will always have room for that type of content. You're allowed to make fun of me. You're allowed to make fun of anyone you want. So that shit doesn't bother me.
Why are there so many ums and uhs? Bruh, think before you speak.
Shit out a new channel that's gonna have 100,000 subscribers at the end of the month. Like, saying somebody's a lol cow doesn't actually make them one. I let the kids have.
Well, saying you're not a lol cow also makes you one though. We all know that.
The kids have their fun. It doesn't bother me.
The worst kept secret about
it doesn't bother me. Famous last words of something bothering someone.
Jeremy is his fragility to criticism. He cannot stand it. He especially hates being made fun of. And mix that with his drinking problem, and the beast comes out. Which is exactly what happened 7 days after claiming to be unbothered. He likely had too much to drink and started acting tough again. Sure enough, he's asking to be on the show to confront them. What Jeremy didn't seem to understand is the more they ignore his requests, the more content they get out of him whining about it. Which is exactly what happened.
And by the way, if you're a casino fan, tell that pussy Andy Worski to have me on a show. He talks a lot of shit about me. But I've asked him to be on the show numerous times, and he's afraid to have me on. So if he's your hero, why don't you ask him to show you his DMs, where I've been asking him for months to come on and discuss all of his gripes with me, and he refuses to have me on.
Just know so many people, have so many online grudges. It's so fun.
I don't give a shit. I think they provide a valuable service.
You see, what really seemed to particularly piss Jeremy off was the Kino Casino's discussion of his bad financial decisions. And we'll touch on that a little later. Since Jeremy is always begging for money, it would be reasonable for anyone to assume that he's not great with his wallet. After a while, when Jeremy seemed to calm down, some information would surface about Jeremy's marriage and good friend. Now, don't let Jeremy fool you. His wife isn't some secret. She's made several appearances in Jeremy's content. He posts her a lot. She's on the fucking coffee website. And Jeremy likes to share a lot of embarrassing details about their marriage and his sexual fantasies.
There's a guy at work who claimed that vegan vag didn't smell. Well, I can tell you this. My wife has been a vegetarian. And...
Can't confirm Miss Quartering is hot as fuck. Oh, Jeremy.
Why the hell would you talk about your wife like this? You are a cuck.
Guest has seen my wife. He's been to my home.
Devil's Triangle?
No, Jeremy Guest is. I don't know what the Devil's Triangle. What is that?
It's basically you having a threesome with another man and your wife. Yeah.
Oh, no other man. No. I'll fucking.
It's too late. You just said yeah, and it sounds fun. And that makes you gay.
Yeah, I'll fuck another guy's wife. But...
It's widely accepted that Jeremy is a cuck. And
Jeremy is definitely a cuck. Even looks like a cuck.
That's not necessarily just because it's a funny thing to say, but because, well, he sure does have a lot of cuck fantasies.
How much does Gina love me out of 10? Either a 9 or an 11. Which one is it? Just saying, like, I feel like Gia and I could do an excellent on-screen romance where, like, I'm the best friend. I'm like her best friend, but I pine after her. And then she just keeps banging all these other dudes. And then I'm like,
What
all
the
sad.
hell?
And
What
then she like
Okay, what the hell?
realizes that I was me all along, and that she comes to, you know, and then she comes to realize it, and then we live happily ever after.
Nothing in hell could get this sort of story out of me. Nothing could get me to say this. Damn.
Like, I think we could do that. I think it's there. She could just keep hooking up with fit dudes, MMA dudes, and then, like, they don't make her laugh, you know? They don't get her. And then there's me. I'm just like, oh, hey, Gina. Oh, you look.
He is definitely the type of guy that cleans other men's cum out of his wife's pussy. That is definitely him.
Tired. Did you bang another dude tonight? Oh, sweet. And then, like, my heart's breaking, you know? And then eventually at the end of the movie, like, you know, I'm just saying from a film perspective. I'm not saying in real life. We're both tied down. I'm just saying believable on camera.
So, with the information Jeremy
Sure.
willingly shared with the public, and, you know, him seemingly trying to fuck his female co-host before getting cock-blocked by the other.
Melanie and I will be watching the football game tonight, and Hannah Claire will probably be going somewhere family-orientated.
I can't watch football with you guys? You can.
Oh, that was definitely. Oh, that's so bad.
Wow, thanks, Melanie and not Jeremy.
Yeah.
It was natural for people to speculate that he and his wife have a bull. Funnily enough, Jeremy didn't seem to mind this speculation at first, other than some random seething about being called a cuck.
It's like, okay, fine, I'm a cuck. Next question.
No. Jeremy
Well, there you go. He said it.
started to care when people looked into one of his good friends, Adam. Adam is someone who Jeremy talks about quite often.
Adam, what's going on, Adam? What's up, Adam? Grape jelly. Thank you, Adam. You Jews are all right.
He's very active within Jeremy's community. He donates a lot, and
Why would you use your real name online? That's like one of the most basic rules that you learn.
Jeremy likes inviting him and his wife over publicly quite often, while making sexually suggestive comments about Adam's wife.
Adam, bro, bring your fucking wife's big old boobs and bring her over to our house. I want you to meet my German Shepherd.
You know, casual, normal stuff that married men say. All very normal stuff, totally.
Adam knows. Adam has my number. He's super chatted. That's why he's a real G. Adam Sellers, it's 9:20. I think you could be to my house by.
Why would you say his full real name? Dane.
By 10. I want to see your wife's big old boobs at my house in the hot tub. Hot tub's toasty, ready for you, bud.
The bull speculation was already on. But when people started looking into Adam, not only did they find charges of battery and harassment while violating a restraining order, which he pled guilty to, but they also found his other internet activity. Not only is Adam a swinger, being active in swinger subreddits like r/lacrosse Wisconsin swingers, but he's also an active user in many cucking subreddits like r/Midwest hotwives and none other than r/Wisconsin bulls. Yes, Adam is a bull. He's a bull.
No.
He's in Wisconsin. He's a bull. He's a Wisconsin bull. Through this Reddit history, Adam could be seen soliciting wives and couples to engage with. I obviously can't show these posts since they're all NSFW, but his activity has been archived. So with all of that, it would be reasonable to wonder why Jeremy, a man who has expressed several cuck fantasies on his own, would be constantly inviting the Wisconsin bull and his wife over to his house while making sexual comments about the bull's wife if Jeremy isn't engaging in some of the Wisconsin bull's activities. So naturally, people began to wonder, including the Keno Casino.
Jeremy Hambley is a cock! Jeremy Hambley is a cuckold confirmed! His best friend Adam is a fucking bull that comes over to his house every fucking is plowing his wife. Like he's actively hooking up and
Damn.
posting proof of
Ashton
cucking
could
other
really
men
talk.
and being a fucking bull on Reddit. And this guy and his wife are going over to Jares all the fucking time.
But if there's one thing this situation has taught me about Jeremy, it's that you can make fun of him. You can even make fun of his wife, but don't you fucking dare make fun of the Wisconsin Bull. Because after the Keno
Oh,
Casino
no.
went over Adam's public online behavior, Jeremy started freaking out on Twitter saying, apparently, one of my IRL friends is a swinger, I guess. So obviously this means I have an open marriage. Sorry, weirdos, not true. These psychos running gay ops on my friends and family, making my wife feel unsafe, it's psychotic. I know even addressing it will likely make it worse, but it's super weird. It's fucking weird that they're obsessed with my marriage. Like super weird and super over the line to be fucking with people who are not in any way public figures. Make whatever videos you want about me, but I leave my family and friends out of it. I've got nothing to hide, lol. In fact, I'm often told I share too much. Sorry, boys. My life offline is extremely milquetoast. Sadly, no time to swing. Notice he denies the swinging and not the
Sure.
cucking. This seemed to leave a lasting impression on Jeremy because over the course of Easter weekend, Jeremy would have a meltdown over the Keno Casino, again, trying to appear on the show. Coincidentally, the Keno Casino Clips channel received a strike for harassment and cyberbullying on a video promoting their upcoming show, talking about Adam's criminal past.
Oh, sus
Given
at all.
Jeremy's recent meltdown that was strangely deleted right before the strike, it was already looking like Jeremy was responsible for this strike. So in order to calm the masses, Jeremy posted proof that it wasn't him, but he didn't rule out the bull. This proof was a screenshot of his report history. Well, that's fucking useless. Jeremy has like 17 different YouTube channels that we know of, and there's no telling how many more that we don't know of. Besides, who's to say he didn't try another route? After this, Jeremy would make himself look even more guilty by spazzing out at everyone who claimed he did it on Twitter, saying it couldn't be him. Flagging videos about him would be a full-time job. Later that day, despite the fact Adam himself put his full name and picture on his public Twitter used to interact with Jeremy, and that Jeremy himself refers to the bull by name publicly in his content, Adam sent a privacy complaint on the Keno Casino's video about the situation. This was almost certainly Adam, because you need to use a photo ID to submit this claim, but there's no doubt in my mind that this was per Jeremy's request. So things were already looking bad for Jeremy. Thankfully, the Clips channel got the strike removed. Now maybe Jer can finally lay low and let the dust settle. At least for Easter.
Buddy, our channel is under attack from a poop pants cuckold and his bull.
On Easter, our free speech warrior drank a couple of fireballs and started thinking he was some mob boss. A nuclear meltdown ensued, starting with his response to PPP's tweet. You guys have spread disgusting, vile lies about my wife. You literally retweeted a Photoshop picture of her. I strongly dislike you, but would never dream of bringing your family into anything. I don't think it's crazy to expect two other grown men to understand that my wife, who is not an online person, to be left out of things. The more they push it, the more I want to become the villain they already accuse me of. If I actually wanted to get them banned.
This is... These... How do you, type these with a straight face? Well, I guess it helps if you've got a belly full of whiskey.
Easy. I don't want to do that. If these clowns keep going after my friends and family just because they don't like me, totally fine. I will, in fact, take everything they have and never apologize for it. They're used to me a line. I don't give a fuck what you say about me, but these psychos are harassing my family, my wife, and my friends. They have no rules.
And you know, all they've actually done is just shown public available videos and just laughed at him. That's the crime.
And starting today, neither do I. I never wanted to do any of this. I begged these guys to just chill and only make fun of me. They refused, and so now I have no choice. This obviously reads as him threatening their livelihood. But then he decides to publicly reach out to the Kick CEO in an apparent attempt to
That is some pissy shit. Imagine going... That is just running to someone's boss to cry. That is so pathetic.
take down their Kick channel. which is their main platform. And then he proceeds to directly threaten Andy Worski and PPP. Now that you have continued to lie about me, Andy, I'll go ahead and take everything you have. I have given you clowns plenty of runway, both publicly and privately. Enough is enough. Too bad. I liked you. I hope you all had an amazing Easter. Can't wait to get back to work tomorrow. I begged them to be reasonable. I said making fun of me is fine. First will be your YouTube, which is in violation of ban evasion, easy takedown. And next will be your kick. I literally begged you two to be reasonable. I tried everything. You chose this. All I wanted was to let you guys dunk on me. All of this while privately messaging the fucking owner of Kiwi Farms, trying to blackmail Andy and PPP before promising that he would go scorched earth tomorrow at 12 CST. And those DMs with the owner of Kiwi Farms would obviously get leaked. It's insane. Taking down channels is something I've never wanted to do in 20 years. I honestly didn't know about my friend and his shit lol. I haven't talked to him since. I had no idea he was such a degen. My wife supports me absolutely, and their lies are literal fiction.
What the hell are these DMs?
I don't know why I'm even messaging you because I know you'll sell me out anyway. It's just the old internet in me. Eddie over at Kick already added me. And if I wanted to, I could take their channel. I really don't want to, but if my wife gets one more call or text message, I'll burn it all down and my viewers will support me. Josh, we can agree. I can take their kick in YouTube, right? Like I have a non-paid YouTube rep. You know that, right? One phone call, gone. Unofficial truths. They delete the videos attacking our marriage. I never mention them again. This is a one-time offer. Just get rid of the videos claiming I let some faggot fuck my wife. And they continue to make 10K a month on YouTube.
Damn, that is crazy.
This is win-win. I can burn it all down, lol. I have 5 years guaranteed salary at Rumble. Broker the ceasefire and everyone wins. My guy is in his 40s and he just slammed his backpack down saying, don't come to school tomorrow. He's talking to the owner of a notorious gossip website where shit like this would get leaked in a heartbeat like a mob boss. Fucking incredible. Unsurprisingly, TheQuartering received immense backlash for this blatant hypocrisy and cancellation attempt. While he at first kept doubling down by trying to blame his wife for wanting the content taken down, eventually he did try to apologize a few days later.
You blamed his wife?
By totally mischaracterizing the situation. First of all,
Jesus,
this is Jeremy.
that is way too much to read.
Exactly why people are talking about his wife.
I guess I'm not allowed to share stories because if I share a story, it gets turned around against me. Even though I willingly told the story, apparently I've been exposed.
Jeremy openly shares embarrassing information about himself and his wife down to a grossly intimate level, while simultaneously making sexual comments about other women, including his own employees. It's also not true that he started caring when people got his wife involved. He started caring when people talked about his spending problems, then went nuclear when the bull was mentioned. The obvious reason he doesn't mention the real reason people...
He doesn't care about his wife. He doesn't love her. He hates his wife. It's Stone Cold. He just hates her.
People are saying these things about him can be seen at the bottom of his tweet. He's not apologizing to anyone. He's making a damage control post to mask the situation from his audience. Also, this absolutely wasn't the last time he talked about the situation. Jeremy says that a lot, but it fucking...
Yeah, of course not.
never ends. The timing of this apology is very interesting considering what happened the next day. Maybe Jeremy knew what was coming and tried getting ahead of the backlash, or maybe he didn't get the response he wanted. Whatever the reason, Jeremy seemingly went through with his threat as the Kino Casino Clips channel was terminated from YouTube. It seems that their channel was taken down for ban evasion, which is interestingly exactly what the TheQuartering falsely accused Worski and PPP of doing. So let's suspend any rationale for a second and pretend like Jeremy wasn't directly involved with the channel's wrongful termination. Without a doubt, it would still be his fault. He was openly accusing them of ban evasion to hundreds of thousands of people online during his online meltdown. And the 0.01% chance he wasn't directly behind the flagging, he's still to blame. And regardless, the whole ban evasion thing isn't true. To explain, let me quickly talk about the example many people point to when talking about ban evasion. DJ Killer Keemstar. The full story's a bit interesting if you're willing to take Keem's word for it, but I'll stick to what's verifiable. After Keemstar's original channel was banned, he would continue to attempt to make new channels that would be terminated for ban evasion. Because of this, a third party would operate the current Drama Alert channel, so that Keemstar could still host the show without violating TOS. Many people already know this part of the story. What many people don't know is that Keemstar has been banned from YouTube for many years at this point. That's right, Keemstar can now own as many channels as he wants now, which he does. I explain this because Andy Worski and PPP don't even own the Kino Casino Clips channel, nor were they taking any profit from it. Their editor was making his living by running that channel. On top of that, Andy Worski's old channel had been unbanned from YouTube for a while. There wasn't even a need for the loophole. So this claim of ban evasion is total nonsense and a big no-no in the creator sphere. He's criticized people for doing the exact same thing he's been doing. This is hypocrisy at what can only be described as a legendary level.
Well, I'm not even surprised. Like, I just expect it at this point. Like, damn.
That sadly, these deplatforming campaigns work.
And since he wants to LARP as a Christian now, I wonder if he's ever read the verse in Galatians that says a man reaps what he sows. Because since he wants to act like a TOS Nazi all of a sudden by claiming the Kino Casino was ban evading, let's remember what happened to Jeremy's first channel.
And then some VC guy bought that channel from me, you know, and then I started a channel about RC cars and I sold that.
Uh-oh, Jer Bear, that's against YouTube TOS, buddy. And hold the phone, it's a bannable offense. See the game you're playing, Jeremy? You start a war of snitching for anything you can twist into justify taking
snitching, and then people will snitch about you.
That's a part of why it's such a no-no anti-free speech thing to do. With that said, don't go flagging Jeremy's channel. My intention there was to point out the guy's hypocrisy, not terminate all billion of his accounts. Shortly after the termination, Jeremy seemingly gloated about it on Twitter by posting his casino-themed card, meanwhile hiding replies commenting on his flagging. That same night, Andy Worski's personal channel was also banned without warning. Jeremy predictably denied any involvement, and even went on to play victim about people false flagging him. Before directly addressing the terminations, however, he went on to plug Rumble, which he is under paid contract for, saying there's no better place for free speech than Rumble. Yeah, you sure are a great spokesperson for free speech.
Wow.
How
amazing free speech advocate
does Rumble have to be to have this guy on the payroll, which is likely his primary source of income? You can watch this video there too. I'm uploading it there too. Rumble is the hub for free speech. Meanwhile, one of their paid spokesmen is out here openly attempting to deplatform other creators. I think Jeremy likes Rumble so much because it reminds him of the sounds made between the bull and his wife. Jeremy's official last time for real this time
he loves the rum and he loves the bull.
Was to whine and claim that nobody was interested in the truth, then post worthless evidence again by posting one of his channel's report history. Side note, not only is this evidence worthless because, again, he owns an insane amount of channels, but also because when he was threatening to take them down in the DMs with the fucking owner of Kiwi Farms, he claimed he could easily do it through his YouTube rep. While ignoring this fact, Jeremy tries to claim victory while claiming his critics will move the goalpost and refuse to apologize. My favorite quarteringism that's on full display in this tweet is the bit where he goes, "I expected it from some of them, but it was pretty disappointing to see from others." Like anyone gives a fuck what this stinky sack of shit thinks of them. He always says stuff like this as if he was some widely respected voice online, and I find it hilarious. After being pressed about the fact that
who the hell respects the quartering? He is a old age, old, fat, overweight, smelly loser.
He's got dozens of channels. He posted the report history of 2 other channels that he owns. Unfortunately, this evidence is still worthless because this only accounts for less than 20% of his YouTube channels. Plus, those are only the channels we know of. If he's got fucking 17 public channels, imagine how many burners this dude has. The quartering rivals Shoe Nice when it comes to channels. At a certain point, he couldn't take people pressing him on it, so he just started blocking people, including me. Jeremy.
That's amazing. That's just amazing.
Then tries to pull a concern troll and sends his hopes that they get their channel back. As Jeremy continued his huge meltdown, someone with connections at YouTube was asked about the situation, and they estimated that the takedown was via an off-platform point of contact, as all the incoming user requests were denied by the automated system. During the situation, many of Jeremy's right-wing pals tried defending him. Some of them were likely uninformed creators trying to have another right-winger's back, while the others were just plain hypocritical. Regardless, it's pathetic. Fast forward to Jeremy's live stream,
Oh no, Melanie Mack is getting paid by him, and she's gonna wash his balls. Oh well, who cares about her?
Oops, not that one. Where he accidentally reveals his recent emails with YouTube thanking him for his report. This means the quartering
That's amazing.
verifiably lied about his flag history and lied again in response to claiming he was appealing an issue with one of his channels. Yeah, I'm sure the subject of an email about a monetization issue would be titled, "Thanks for your report to YouTube." It's my personal belief, given all the evidence, that not only did the Quartering's fans try to flag down the Kino Casino, not only did Jeremy himself try flagging down their channel, but after that failed, he also called in a YouTube rep to finish the job. That's 3 charges, Big Jer. Turn around, put your hands behind your back for me.
I would
After
not
all
be
this,
surprised.
The Quartering would continue to deny his censorship in the most pathetic ways possible. My favorite tweet of the bunch is,
Oh boy.
I've let it be for weeks, but I guess if they really want
Why the hell would you use the Elmo picture? That's just
me to be on my villain arc, I will oblige. There is so much more to laugh at, and it's all been archived. So if you'd like to see his full meltdown, I know the Kino Casino has talked about it on their Kick channel. And before wrapping this segment up, I'd like to ask anyone in the audience with the connection to make sure YouTube looks into those affected and getting their channel back. Not only was the Kino Casino Clips channel terminated, but a few smaller creators also got some false strikes and reports. If you don't have the connection, feel free to @Team YouTube on X. Usually making a big hoopla will get their attention. The few that come to mind are Rantman, obviously the Kino Casino Clips, the Joker, and Luther Morgan. So please look into that, and hopefully this all gets resolved. Hopefully he doesn't come after me. My channel is under attack! Free the casino! Whoa!
Oh, this will probably get shut down. Wolf of Wick Street. Let's go.
What are the oranges for? Before starting this chapter, I want to make it clear that I'm perfectly fine with YouTubers starting businesses.
What are those oranges?
Which can include selling products. You can make some drop shipping slop with your logo on it, or make a damn chocolate bar. I don't care. My only caveat is that you have to be honest about it. And when it comes to Jeremy's various attempts at being a businessman, I don't believe honesty holds up. One of his earliest business ventures was Jeremy's way of making his Magic the Gathering content more profitable through an app called Game Finder. This app was designed for Magic players to be able to find each other, making it easier to set up Magic games. Real nerd shit. In order to make this come to life, Jeremy launched a crowdfunding campaign and raised an impressive $30,000, only to fail miserably. Why? Well, the app was quickly rendered useless through social media, and it was also poorly maintained. Game Finder's failure will hopefully serve as a valuable lesson for Jeremy's future endeavors. Hopefully, he can find a more robust business model and maybe build some trust before trying to crowdfund again. Let's see how he did with his first venture into business as TheQuartering, called Exclusively Games. He pitched it as a gaming forum / news site with reviews, videos, and articles written by actual journalists. Essentially an apolitical rival to sites like Kotaku and IGN. The idea on paper isn't bad, but how is
it's a decent idea
in 2018 gonna afford that? He's not. You are. Again, Jeremy launched an Indiegogo campaign and raised around
Man, this guy loves his Indiegogos.
$160,000 for the Exclusively Games project.
Jeez, who paid for that? Who has that much money?
Which is 32 times the amount he asked for. What an incredible success. Naturally, the site was quickly built and Exclusively Games came to fruition, becoming a gaming news giant, is what I would say if I was a liar. The project failed. The 2 fundamental problems with this website came down to promises Jeremy made when pitching the company. He promised no ads, meaning the site would be 100% fan-funded. That alone made Exclusively Games a failure waiting to happen. You need sustainable revenue sources if you're gonna run a business.
You need ads. People aren't gonna give you shit.
The other wild promise he made is that he wouldn't be involved in the site.
Oh boy.
Now, I know that sounds insane, but his reasoning was so that it remained apolitical. The only problem separating himself from Exclusively Games is the fact that he owns and pitched it. So essentially, Exclusively Games ran as a money incinerator Jeremy used as a fireplace until it ran out of fuel. Except when the fuel tank ran low, he ran a second fundraiser and managed to get $53,000 to keep the site afloat rather than fixing the foundational problems that made
What the? Why? Why? gave him a second round of money. That's insane.
Made the site unprofitable. Naturally, 2 years after its launch, Jeremy would announce that Exclusively Games was shutting down. Yep, $210,000 of other people's money down the hole with nothing to show for it 2 years later. With multiple business failures behind him, will Jeremy learn from his mistakes by being more responsible with his money? Nah, this dude's up there
of
with
course not.
DSP when it comes to finances. No wonder he's afraid of Caleb Hammer. Enter the year of our Lord 2022, and Jeremy would start his newest and biggest business endeavor, Coffee Brand Coffee.
I spent the better part of the last 5 years covering companies who have gotten woke and eventually gotten broke. Well, I've sat on the sidelines long enough, and I decided that I was going to put my money where my mouth was and get into the game. Introducing Coffee Brand Coffee.
Also, that is a really crap name for coffee. Ooh, what am I feeling today? Ooh, let's get some Coffee Brand Coffee. Like, what the? That just sounds. No.
Yep, he started a coffee company to prove that not being woke alone is a successful business model that's definitely tried and true. Except it isn't. And Coffee Brand Coffee has been a money vacuum that Jeremy has been stuck to for the past 4 years. In all reality, making an anti-woke company is just as cringe as any virtue signally woke company for the same reasons. People don't like being preached to when they buy some damn Cheez-Its. The first kill shot to this company, other than having Jeremy fucking Hambly be the owner, is its branding. Look, I've heard some awful generic names over the years. The Container Store, Washington Commanders, The Vitamin Shop. Those are some bangers. Yet somehow Coffee Brand Coffee may be stupider. First of all, you're not a retail giant or NFL team. You're an e-baking YouTuber. So expecting to get the top search result with Coffee Brand Coffee is a ballsy choice. And with a name like that, the only way your product gets chosen is if someone...
That is never hitting the SEO. Who the hell would even search that?
Mistakes it for great value at Walmart. Go to the website and you're immediately advertised a rewards club and Jeremy's ugly mug before you see a single product. In a way, it's a perfect emblem of the company. Constant shilling from this motherfucker. Because since the dawn of Coffee Brand Coffee, God, that name pisses me the fuck off, Jeremy hasn't stopped shilling it. And I'm not talking like a small call to action here and there like you'd normally see. I mean, it's everywhere. He incorporated it into his shitty OBS templates, made all sorts of videos begging for people to save the company.
My coffee company is under attack.
One of his friends to promote it. And of course, use the death of Charlie Kirk to encourage people to order a cup in his name.
Promo code TheQuartering.
Wait, what?
I think still works, but this...
Wait, how much? $18 for a 12-ounce bag of coffee. That is insane. Let me quickly Google. Let me. It's like $3 more, I think, or around double. Either way, that's a lot.
Company. So go ahead and order. And
also, those bags look really damn bad.
Try a Kirk's name if you
want.
They
look
Won't
awful.
Bother me none. I'll still fill your order.
How powerful. I guess this is the cost of owning every aspect of your coffee company. Oh, that's right. So Jeremy swears on the integrity of his marriage that Coffee Brand Coffee is a legitimate coffee company that he bought, where the coffee is made in-house with his machinery, not some generic drop shipping shit like everyone else does.
This is my coffee company, and this isn't some BS white label drop ship garbage that a lot of other people are selling.
To prove this, he even made a
Sure.
video of his product being made, and for a while, a lot of people took his word for it. However, anyone who knows who Jeremy is probably smelled some shit in that cocoa and knew that this motherfucker was absolutely lying. He's been running con
Of course he's lying.
No
Why would you ever think he's not lying?
shit, it's a fucking scam.
There's a big difference between what I do and what most everyone else does. I don't drop ship my coffee.
Coffee Brand Coffee is actually a white label business that sold Mill Creek Coffee Supply at a higher price.
We roast our own special blends. We hand flavor our beans.
He doesn't roast shit. The company was formed at a Utah address 20 minutes away from Mill Creek Coffee Roasters, and Jeremy has been incessantly lying about it since day one to make a quick buck. But
And no one is surprised.
to me, this isn't even the biggest part of the scam. No, the biggest lie Jeremy founded the company on is it being anti-woke, because the owner of Mill Creek Coffee Roasters is a woke woman. Jeremy, how could you? Fucking liar.
That is just hilarious to me.
As we pivot to our next segment, I think we should really analyze
That's just
the
hilarious.
Quartering's grift. He maximizes his revenue by capitalizing on breaking situations in the most pathetic ways possible. He couldn't even get his fucking audio right to cover the assassination attempt on the fucking president. Oh, what? Charlie Kirk's been shot? Oh, let me make 6 videos about it. Oh shit, he's dead now? Well, I'm gonna keep the other videos with out-of-date information. And when it's
I mean, yeah.
a slow news day, let's just talk about Disney and some women or some shit. I don't know. All while shilling
Bruh.
his failing companies and begging for any bailout when his irresponsible spending catches up.
By your Trump loving family member.
But first, he can waste his time making a stream that nobody watches
Bruh.
while hitting on
That's
his
just cringe.
uncomfortable female
That is so
co-host.
cringe. Conclusion.
The Quartering is on the fast path of transitioning from a niche internet micro-celebrity into the lolcow of the year for 2026.
Oh, he's already my loco of the year. He is definitely. Anyone who says he's anything else is just lying.
Right now, he's still moderately successful online, but I predict it won't be lasting much longer, especially with that horrible views to watch time ratio. Holy shit. There are a few things I didn't touch on in this video, like his previous female co-host, the potential NDA, and more of the intricate details of his more lolcow behavior, like the time he shit his pants.
Where is the best place to shit in a Walmart? So I cut down the shoe aisle. Oh my god, a little came out.
But some other creators like the Kino Casino
Bruh.
have, so go enjoy their content. That'll pretty much do it for this season of Content Cop. We've had a lot of felonies this season, especially today, but I think the biggest charge against the Quartering is him being a fucking flat.
Okay, that was a very fun video. Well, thank you for the video, CameronF205. Go and subscribe to him, and that will be it for today. Goodbye, y'all.